The U.S. government, governments all over the world, are going to spend a lot of money they don't even have, on defense, on things like Patriot missiles that cost $4 million for each missile. And God forbid, on, quote, bigger and better weapons of mass destruction. How do we know that's what they're going to do? Because that's what they're already doing. And the budget deficits are off the charts. The U.S. economy and the global economy is going to take a hit. It already has taken a hit. The U.S. Federal Reserve, plus the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan, the Bank of China, they're going to do what they always do. To finance the big defense spending, they're going to print money. To finance the bulging budget deficits, they're going to print money. And to soften the blow of a recession, what are they going to do? They're going to print more money. What are they thinking? Well, they're thinking that the last thing they want is a big economic downturn smack in the middle of an escalating war. They're thinking that would be defeat by default. This is what they do. When in doubt, they print money. And when faced with perceived existential threats, they print trillions more. For proof, just look at recent history. After 9/11, what did the Fed do? It unleashed a big wave of money printing. In the great financial crisis, what did the Fed do? It unleashed an even bigger wave of money printing. And in the COVID-19 crisis, God almighty, the Fed created the biggest tsunami of paper money of all time. So, in an escalating war, in a recession, how would you rate the chances of the Fed rolling the money printing presses 24/7? 90% chance? 99% chance? 100%? And how would you rate the chances of the Fed pushing interest rates back towards zero and pushing inflation back up to nearly double digits? Again, 90% chance? 99%? 100%? So what does that do to all of us who are trying to make some decent yield on our retirement money? It means we're going back to a situation that looks something like this, or worse. This is what we recently made in interest after inflation, or rather, I should say, this is what we did not make in income after inflation, what we were losing every single day because of crappy interest rates, because of the damn inflation, and because the damn inflation is a lot higher than the crappy interest rates. What about right now? Well, according to Bankrate.com, the average yield on a 5-year CD in the United States is still a miserable 1.35%. Yeah, it's gone up a little bit, but it's still way, way below the inflation rate, even after the recent ballyhooed decline in inflation. Besides, we know that the government's official inflation rate is a bunch of hooey. The folks at Shadow Government Statistics publish the only truly honest inflation numbers, and they say the actual inflation rate right now is close to 8%. So, using their estimate, which I think is far more realistic than the government's, now look at how much people are losing on their savings. And this is even before the Fed prints more money again, before the Fed cuts interest rates again, and sadly, before all hell breaks loose around the world. That's the primary consequence of the cycle of war that's affecting us directly and immediately.